Right, well, it is another day, another buyout in the Pokemon space. This time, we're looking at this one right here, Paradox Rift. Over the last 24 to 48 hours, as you can see here from this 3-month chart, grumbling along at sort of 8, 10, 12 boxes sold per day, right up until 22nd through the 24th of September, and we are up to 85 items sold. Go through into the more data here and actually see that on the 24th of the 9th, so today, we've had 2 boxes sell at $400 US. That price is now coming down as people start to capitalize on this renewed interest in the box. But if we jump over to our Australian eBay store, we can see that we haven't been quite so touched by the buyout as they have in the US. So here we are, eBay. We're set to, I'll just roll up to the top here. We're set to item location Australia only, and we're sorting by price and postage lowest. And you will see that Paradox Rift is one of the cheapest Buy It Now boxes that you can get on our shores. So we've got non-enhanced Journey Together booster boxes, and then you've got your pre-orders for Mega Evolution, which are already selling for $420. Bit of Sword and Shield here, still yet to run. But here we are, Paradox Rift, $410 plus 15 postage, $425 posted to your door, and then you've got another box right here at $430. So anybody who was interested in grabbing a hold of or getting a hold of one of these boxes before they get out of reach, now might be your opportunity to do it. I'm not suggesting that these prices won't come back down, but with the way the market is at the moment, people seem to be in a bit of a buying frenzy, and if they are going to come down, I suspect it's not going to be for a while. And that is also taking into consideration the fact that come early next year, Paradox Rift is going to be out of print, or out of rotation, and therefore presumably out of print. So I don't foresee a lot of booster boxes coming back onto the market from Pokemon Company themselves. So, last opportunity, perhaps. Here's another one here at 440 posted. Interestingly enough, our copies of Temporal Forces are actually a little bit more expensive here than they are in the States. If you have a look over to TCG Player, you'll see that Temporal Forces booster boxes haven't been bought up yet. They're just doing a little steady sort of climb at the same sort of rate that Paradox Rift were prior to the buyout, at sort of 8 to 12-ish kind of boxes per day over that 3-month period. So is this the next one to go? Admittedly, Temporal Forces was printed a little bit later, so it's got a little bit longer to run on its print run. So if you had to suggest one was more likely to get printed over the other, you'd probably argue it would be Temporal Forces. Having said that, I think it's had its run. There was a fairly large reprint of this back towards the beginning of the year. And with Pokemon Company's focus on the later sets that desperately need printing, I can't imagine they're going to come back and revisit this one. This has been probably one of the least popular sets from the era. Now, I actually quite like it. I think a lot of people do. I just think people are a little bit sort of slow on the uptake. I mean, so many of the sets this era have been so good that things that would have been bangers in previous eras, like Temporal Forces and Paradox Rift, maybe getting a little bit overlooked in favor of the certified upper echelon boxes like your Destined Rivals and your Prismatic Evolutions. Anyway, they're both reasonably deep. If we sort of jump over and have a look at the price lists, there's plenty of value in both of these sets. And if you ask me, I feel like they're sort of almost inextricably linked with the future and ancient kind of dichotomy that they've got going across their Pokemon before the era sort of dove into that sort of terrestrialization, starting with Twilight Masquerade. So I feel like if one's going to go, which it has, the other one's not going to be too far behind. But I'm just one guy. That's just my opinion. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting. And I just wanted to put out a little PSA for anybody who was sort of sitting on the fence as to whether Paradox Rift was a buy, or if they're sort of waiting for sales. I don't know. Maybe now is the time to pull the trigger and get these boxes delivered to your door. But do with that what you will. I think we'll leave it there, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.